7/0 circle hook, probably 6-inch leader, and then really oversized, massive bobber. Okay, that's not him. Oh, what did we get ourselves here? Oh my God. What is up, MFers? Hope you guys are having an amazing day. I'm having a pretty damn good one myself because we're about to go do a little bit of fishing. As you can see, MF for the day is right down there below. If you guys want to be the MF for the day, very simple, just go subscribe. I want you guys to comment something down below. I want you to comment what you want to see moving forward. The best video idea I see in the comments will be the MF for the day on the next video. So the last 4 or 5 days has been very tiring doing bass fishing all day on the boat. We've had 3 tournaments in 5 days. It's been absolutely amazing though, I'm not gonna lie. We happened to win all 3 of those tournaments. It was freaking badass. I hope you guys enjoyed those videos. But like I said, it's definitely been very tiring. So I'm ready to mix it up, do a little bit of bank fishing, kind of take it a little easier today. With that being said, I'm excited because we're actually gonna go to a place that I have never been to before. That's my favorite thing, go check out new places to fish. We're fishing a spillway that looks crazy intriguing to me on the map. I know there's big bass, big catfish in the lake up above it, and I've heard good things about the spillway down below. So we're gonna go explore that. If it's no good, we'll go somewhere else. But regardless, we're gonna try to catch some giant freaking fish today, so should be a good time. Let's do it! All right, just got out of the spillway. Not really what I was expecting. It's pretty freaking stagnant, but it still looks really good. There's hardly any water coming in, but once I got down here, kind of different than the way it looked on Google Earth. So right there, it's pretty much blocked off. You can see there's a creek back there down behind, but it must trickle through there or something, which means this right here is completely its own ecosystem where fish basically can't escape. They can't go anywhere. They can't go down the stream. They obviously can't go up to the lake, but I know there's big bass, big catfish in the lake right up there above, so I want to come check this spot out this morning. Like I said, this is my first time at the spillway, so I brought a whole smorgasbord of different stuff to use. We got our little pan fishing rod, which we're not here to catch panfish. We're only here to catch those to use for bait. And then I got a couple catfish rods. I'll probably put a float on one and put the other one on the bottom. And then I did bring one bass fishing rod. I know there's good bass up on the lake up above. I have a Monster energy drink, which is slowly killing me from the inside out. Important to drink at least one of those a day. Cat fishing box, got some bass jigs in there too, some hybrid jig from 6 cents, a couple hooks from 6 cents. We have a package of clouds. That's my main thing I'm gonna use, which I'm kind of glad I brought that and not like a crankbait or something, because this water's stagnant. We're gonna need something a little bit more finessey, even if they are big bass, I think. Got some prawns in there. Of course, couldn't make it out here catfishing without bringing some chicken titties. Man, those have been in the fridge for like 3 weeks. They are extra Kool-Aided. And then, of course, the crawlers. We're gonna need those to catch some bait. All right, I think first thing first, the play is going to be put one of these nasty chicken teats on the bottom. That way we just have a pole soaking out there, you know, hopefully catching while we maybe fish for some bass, maybe try to catch some bluegill to use for bait for catfish on the other pole. Like I said, I know there are biggins of bass and catfish in the lake right up there above, so I want to give us as many chances as possible. Chicken breast with Kool-Aid, cherry Kool-Aid. Throw this guy out in the middle. Let's see how deep it is. Oh man, it was actually pretty deep. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's at least probably 7-8 feet deep in there. Loosen our drag up a little bit. Get this guy out of the way, and then my bass fish for a second, I think. All right, get old Mr. Clout tied on using a 7-foot medium heavy MF rod. People ask me all the time, well, if you could pick one Milliken fishing rod to go out and pick up for all techniques, it'd be this one. Of course, this can't cover everything. Like, this isn't a deep cranking rod or like a heavy flipping rod or something, but this is as close as it gets to an all-around rod. 15-pound fluorocarbon line on the reel, and then this is my favorite color of the Clout, green pumpkin burst. It's like green pumpkin with some hologram flake, black flake in there. Little 3/0 6 cents hook. Just gonna Texas rig it. I'm not sure if there's trees or what there is down there, but this will be a safe way. We'll keep them as straight as we can too. And then like usual, we'll Texpose it just a little bit. That's not very straight at all, is it? That's okay. That'll probably work for whatever lives in the spillway. Probably not the smartest fish in the world. But yeah, basically the way to fish those is just let it fall and then it wiggles on the way down. It is deadly effective. If you guys are having trouble to catch bass, you probably want to pick up some Clouts. I don't know if there's bass in here, but at least there's good depth, and I'm not worried about them going out that way. Oh, already got one. Oh, nope, lost him. That was really, really quick. Wish there was water rolling through here. It might be really good then. Well, good thing I brought a full package of clouts because we've had 2 bites and 2 casts. I don't know if these are little fish or they're just getting the back end of it, but that guy ripped it in half. I can see little bluegill all over the place up here in the rocks too, so that definitely tells me they are probably the main forage down here, or one of the main forage. So after we're done with the bass fishing, or maybe during, we can catch a live bluegill, cut a bluegill, something. But we need to probably get some bluegill down there because that is clearly what they're eating probably. Definitely 100% might be what they're eating, potentially. All right, I'm constantly getting pecked by freaking bluegills. It's time to get down there, catch a couple of those, and get one of those out for bait, because that is what these fish, if there is any big fish in here, that's what they're eating. Here's a bluegill rig. We have the same setup we've been using basically for a while now. We got the slip bobber, little split shot, and then we're using this same itty bitty little ice fishing jig. We're just gonna put the smallest little tiny dab of worm on there. Sorry about your head there, bud. Just thread this little tiny piece on the hook with my nasty mudded up fingers. And I think this is gonna be about immediate. I can see him down there. I want as small as one as possible though. I'm gonna put a live one, I think, on my bobber rig, and then we'll probably want something a little bit bigger for the bottom rig if we're gonna take the chicken titty off there. But let's see if we can get a bluegill to come up and eat this right away. Yep, there's one looking at it. Has it got it? He's got it. Look at this little dude. Oh, he gone. Well, RIP to little bluegill dude. He went down a crack and is gone forever. It's okay. I think there might be a couple more in here. Another one. Another one. What do we got? Ooh, green sunfish guy. Okay. All right. Green sunfish it is. I was going to go bluegill, but you know what? This guy might actually be a little bigger than we even want. Let's catch a smaller one. This is more cut bait. So he's like in between. He might not even be big enough for cut bait. He's too big for live bait. Let's try to get a smaller guy. I think we can be a little picky when there's this many here. There we go. There we go. That's our guy right there. Once again, green sunfish, but he's a good live bait size. Look how little he is. Cool fish. So we're gonna take a little buddy with a big old 7/0 hook, circle hook guy. Hook him right up there. We're gonna just throw him up there by where the water's coming in. I got a big heavy weight on there, so I don't think he's gonna be covering a ton of ground. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's a giant bobber. I don't care what you say. Thing is huge. God, he's out of his mind over there. Okay, that's not him. Oh, it was a bass. That was crazy fast that we caught this guy. Sweet. Not a big fish at all, but he got freaking chewed. Well, I know there's bigger ones in the pond up above. That was like 2 minutes and we got bit already. Man, that was a small bass on a giant 7/0 circle hook. Sweet, we caught something. Yep, that was quick. That was quick. Oh, sweet, we got a bluegill this time, not a green sunfish. This guy will be just as good, if not better. Here's my live bait rig if you guys are interested in how it worked, but basically 7/0 circle hook, hook him right behind the back, and then we have about a, probably 6-inch leader, 1 ounce weight, so he's not as quick, and then really oversized, massive bobber that's gonna be difficult for him to move, but toss him up there right where the water's coming in, or where it would be coming in, and see what happens. Really starting to think chicken titty is not the answer. Let's go with some cut bait. First, let's catch a bluegill. You can have the teat, and then let's put a piece of cut bluegill on the bottom, see if a big catfish will pick that up. Because titty is not the way to go, apparently. Let's see how long it takes us to get ourselves a new little bluegill. We want as big a bluegill as possible. Got it. Got it. That might not be... Nah, that's not big enough. Let's get something bigger because we want a big chunk of cut bait down there. We don't want to end up with a little bullhead pecking on it, pulling on it and stuff like that. We want a big old gulpy guy. Bigger? Smaller? No, still too small. Gotta be some big ones down there, right? Bigger. There was a pretty good sized green sunfish came up a second ago. That might be one's better. Yep, that's a better one. There we go. That's a big one. Marginally. You guys are probably like, he's no bigger than the other ones. He is by like 1/2 inch. A little bit more pan shape. He'll be a bigger piece of cut bait. You bet. My cut bait experience has made me fond of these middle pieces, sides like that. I'm just gonna chum the rest of them out there. Something that I kind of had to do some research on because I wasn't getting hooks in circle hook fish was you want as big a circle hook you can get away with, and you also need as much of that gap exposed as possible as well. You don't want to, it's not like bass fishing where you want to hook it there and kind of cover the hook so it doesn't get snagged on grass or they kind of take it all the way, you know. Now this is a little bit different with the catfish and the circle hook. I've kind of learned you got to have that big hook gap in there, you know, from 30 seconds of Googling. Man, that's shockingly deep. You guys probably don't think it's that deep, but I can't believe it. This little tiny spillway here. Now we just need some damn fish. I mean, how do you get a bite in the first 30 seconds? Your bluegill's down there, and then you don't get one the rest of the time you're there. I don't know, but it's freaking hot. Black was a bad choice today. It was supposed to rain, be cloudy, windy. It's slick, calm, sunny, no air movement or anything. I was honestly very intrigued by that spillway. It had good depth, good water clarity, and I know there's big bass and catfish in the lake up above it. I think we need to go back there at a time when it's not the middle of the freaking day. But I got a spot now that we haven't been to in a while. It's actually a lake with giant bass in it, and Pornstash actually caught some big catfish there too. So let's head to the lake and see if that treats us better. Hi, Poop Hole Lake. Dang, this thing is freaking low. Almost to the point where it's like scary. Usually water right here. Nah, since we're at a lake, we're going back chicken titty. I've never catfished here actually, only bass fished, but I know Stash caught some really big catfish here last year. Chicken tits seem to be money around some of these stagnant summer ponds. Oh, all right. Already caught myself some grass, not really what I was going for. We're gonna fire this sumbitch out there to the damn middle though, hopefully without tearing off the teat. Not bad. Not bad, that'll work, okay. Sweet, okay, chicken teat is ready to go. Now I'm definitely gonna bass fish a little bit here, but I actually came down here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but right out here there's a gravel patch and there's actually a bunch of little bluegill beds with what looks like pretty good sized bluegill on them still. This year has been freaking crazy, guys. Everything's behind. These bluegill are spawning so much later than they generally do. There he is, boom. These are bigger ones too. Check this guy out. Really a good sized bluegill. Damn, not really the target species. Of course we want to catch bigs only today, but that's amazing. Beautiful fish. But the cool thing is, for those of you guys that have been following me on my tournament stuff and are a little bit more into like the tournament serious bass fishing stuff, these bluegill being on beds has been something that I've been keying in on a lot of my successful days in the water and the last couple tournament wins. Whenever you can find these bluegill beds, I can find them on side scan. These are really shallow ones, but a lot of bluegill will spawn in 5 to 8 feet of water on hard bottom areas and high spots and stuff right off the bank. When you can find that, I've been catching so many bass around them. And that's where the big bass have all been. Oh, I thought he got away. Look at that. That is the smallest bass in the freaking lake. I caught a bass that's an inch. He was born 5 minutes ago. Look at that little guy. He's probably in there eating them little bluegill eggs and stuff. I moved my slip bobber super shallow so I can, these beds are only in like a foot of water or less. Once again, was not expecting to do bluegill fishing today, but I think these are some of the biggest bluegill I've ever seen in this lake. Got him, got him. Oh, that's another big one. Look at this one. Oh, he was even bigger. That's the one bad thing about using a bait that's basically nothing. Hook is tiny on this thing. God, that was a good one. That was like a 10-incher. Another one? Another one! World's smallest bass fishing challenge. Look at these guys. Apparently there's more in there than I thought there was. They gotta be in there eating bluegill eggs. I thought I saw something on Facebook the other day. Someone was hosting a smallest bass competition. 10 smallest bass. Didn't really interest me that much until I think we might be able to come here and win. Oh yeah, another one. Oh my God, these guys are big and they pull hard. Look at that one. Hell yes. Like I said, not here for a damn bluegill fishing video, but these guys are sick. So many different colors. They're not giant ones, but they're pretty good size for around here. I know a lot of guys comment on the bluegill video a couple weeks ago and they're like, those are the smallest bluegill. I shit bluegill bigger than that. First off, it's weird that you're shitting bluegill. You might want to go to a doctor. Second off, I don't care. I'll catch these and pretend they're big. God dang. These bluegill are hard to catch because they're not trying to eat. They're just taking that bait and moving off their bed just like a bass would. And so you gotta freaking stick them right when it's in their mouth. The problem with that is I'm using the old 4'6" coal pole, $20 Walmart whippy dick rod here. Got him that time, got him that time. Oh God, these are freaking fun on this little rod. That might be the biggest one yet. Look at that guy, hell yeah. That's a big right there. I don't care where you're from. For a little public inner neighborhood pond, That's the deal right there. Big guy. Got him. Got him. Oh man, yes. You bet. Now if we can just get a damn bite on the old catfish pole, I'm just gonna keep doing this for a little bit. This is fun. I'm about to fire a Cinco out there though, that clout, and see if we can get a bass that's out there maybe feeding on some of these little guys. That's probably more like an early morning thing, but I bet we can get one. At least a little guy. Got him. Got him. Ooh, that might be a big one. Come here, bud. Yep, solid one. Not a giant, but solid. Colors on these are super badass though. I probably said that and said they're badass like 300 times by now. I don't really care. Back to your bed, bud. I mean, I'm using almost nothing at this point. Very little piece of worm. Oh, okay. Clout fish. What do we do here? Oh, it's a little bass. I was like, did a bluegill seriously pick up the clout? Man, we're catching bigs today. Bigs only. People walk around the trail around here like, why is this guy talking to himself? It's because I got a chest cam on and I'm talking to 26 of my closest friends on YouTube watching me right now. Oh, Titty just got pulled on. Titty's still getting pulled on. Weird bite. Almost like a little bass maybe. Yeah, kind of a peckery bass bite. You got it though. I'm just wondering if it's a catfish and just not moving much with it because it's so freaking stagnant. Not even a ripple on the water. He's definitely got it though. Line is going out. I just got it really slack. Now he's coming at us. You guys just say the word, I'm gonna give it to him. Say it. Say the word. Say the word, MFers. I mean, don't say the word if he's not gonna take it. He's not taking it now. Wait to say the word. Got him. Ooh. What do we got here? What did we get ourselves here? Okay, it's a big bass. Oh my God. On the teat. Yep, come here, bud. Come here, bud. Yep. Yep. That's kind of not what we're going for here, but hey, at least we're using a circle hook, so Mr. Gigantor Largehead didn't give her a swallow. Never ceases to blow my mind how much these bass like the chicken teats. Thanks for playing, bud. Get out of here. There she goes. Big girl on the chicken tit. Huh. Not what we're targeting on the bottom with the chicken tit, but bass on the teat, better than nothing on the teat. I feel like that's a pretty famous, well-known quote. Abraham Lincoln, maybe? I don't know. Someone said it, though. There we go. Little bass fish out there trying to pick off some of them bluegills. Okay. 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 Dirty little clout snatcher. Yay, baby fish. He bit like reeling it in. Usually that's not where you're getting bit on a stick bait. Guys, I got too much ADD. I gotta go back to catching bluegill or something. This catfishing is just, it's freaking boring. I'm not gonna lie. You'd sit there and watch your pole and just think, I just don't have the patience for it. So while my pole's out, let's catch some big bluegills. I like casting for them. Big casting guy. Got him. Got him. Took him forever to bite. I feel like these dudes are easy to catch after they've forgotten what a bait is for a while, but then after you catch a few of these, then they all get a little bit timid. Makes sense. God, he freaking crushed it. These are too much fun. Just too much fun, guys. Look at all them colors. Another one. They're real dumb now. They're real dumb. Big and dumb. I could easily keep these. You guys like to comment below if you want me to come back and do a little bit of a catch and cook type deal. Of course, I wouldn't be keeping all of them. I'd probably just keep like 5 or 6 of them because don't want to keep a bunch of them off beds. Clearly, there's plenty of bluegills in here, but it'd be a little sustainable. Bluegill are my favorite fish to eat, though, so I'm very intrigued. Well, female gill, smallest one I've caught. Oh, that's a big. Maybe, sorta. Maybe. Nope, not a big at all. Just a cool dark color one. Pretty. Oh man, wow, how cool. Neat.
Was that pretty disappointing? Was that disappointing? Thoughts? Nothing, huh? That's how I feel.
Well, I think it goes without saying that we didn't catch exactly what we hoped to catch on this fishing trip, but I think we found a spillway that has the depth, has the water quality, and has the fish up above, and it has the forage base below that has a ton of potential, and we will be going back there. I just need to start going back to these places at night or when the weather is kind of crappy, not in the middle of the freaking day, but that's my bad. I had a good time catching those big bluegill. Caught some really solid sized bass, actually. The one was a pretty good size one. If you guys are fans of the spillway bank fishing style videos, please go hit the thumbs up right now. If this gets to 2,500 thumbs ups, I'm going to go up probably tomorrow and go do another spillway fishing video. Let me know comments down below what type of spillway fishing you want to see exactly. Thanks for watching this little ad for my earpiece.